So let me just tell y'all this, because everybody want to tell stories and tell their versions.
He not gay, but he like whatever. He like boys. Him, I don't know how you say. I don't want to be rude.
Girl, really?
Now, before we let James Wright Chanel tell his side of the story, we got a lot to talk about from this night, because James is allegedly the person who got the 2-piece from Chrisean. And actually, we heard it was an 8-piece with a coleslaw, a mashed potato, a mac and cheese, and a side of corn, okay? His nose was bleeding. He went to the hospital. Nobody has seen his face. Allegedly, his face is messed up after Chrisean, with all them big old rings she got on, was pounding his head. Now, this was Tamar Braxton's Love and War show. And apparently a lot of people worked very hard on this. In my last video, remember, we had Troy, who basically planned this whole event, who was also a good friend of Tamar. He was very upset with what Chrisean did because the show was almost over. And then Chrisean came in at the end late and started ruffling feathers. Now, here's some footage for all the people who are saying somebody did something to Chrisean. She wouldn't have acted like that for no reason. We got footage of Chrisean harassing one of Tamar's background singers, all right? So look at this. So that's Chrisean in the back with a crown on. And she put her hands around this girl. And she ain't want to be touched. It looked like she explaining to Chrisean, this is my personal space. You need to give me 2 feet. You see how she start doing like this? Give me some room. And Chrisean is like going back and forth with her. She don't understand why it's a problem that she put her hands around her. Everybody don't like you like that, Chrisean. Also, right next to the background singer, you see James Wright holding that microphone. And I think that's why when they went backstage, because Chrisean was mad that she couldn't perform, he said something to her, because Chrisean, y'all know how she is. She can be a bully. And I don't think James Wright did anything to her. If James Wright got physical with her, Chrisean would have said something. We would have found out by now, okay? Also, remember, this was because she supposedly couldn't perform. And Chrisean spoke on this, and she didn't say anything about James getting physical with her, but she also didn't say anything about she was told to perform. Let's play the clip.
He not gay, but he like whatever. He like boys. But I was supposed to perform, and that was that. The more famous I get, the more tricky this shit get. Like, usually when I get invited out to perform at a show, I let you say it, like, oh yeah, okay, you're gonna perform after this set, blah blah, like Sexy Red, Glorilla, like, not like that, but I've been brought out before and I know how it goes a certain way. I did have my team there, but it wasn't like we was in her room together. I went alone and stuff, so yeah, y'all saw how I was on live. I was by myself. I wasn't with my team. My team was outside waiting, just waiting till, I don't know, it was time to work, you know? So that's what that happened. All this other false narrative saying this happened, she did that. I don't know what that, I don't know. I think it's just a clout chasing thing. So honestly, I have to start protecting my name when I don't know. I don't know how you step in situations like that. So it had nothing to do with Tamar. It was some other, like, the guy that's talking about how he put it together, he didn't put anything together, and I never talked to him. I directly talked to Tamar. She communicated that I could come out, and that was that. I don't know who that guy is because I never talked to him. That he not gay, but he like whatever. He like boys. Him, I don't know how you say. I don't want to be rude, like, because I'm not on this. I don't know what's going on and why popping it, like, I'm not just a female, like. And the clout chasing is kind of, it's getting out of hand, so. But nah, it was nothing between me and Tamar. It had nothing to do with any of that, but I don't know who's I don't know. It was just like wicked stuff started happening, and then I don't know. And then I let that go. I went, nigga, I went to a party. Went back home to my kids, nigga. But like, I had fun. What I don't get is the storytelling. Like, why everybody storytelling? Y'all got all the videos of us cheering, praying, y'all was posted that. Post the that y'all talking about, because everything is recorded and documented. So I'm telling y'all what happened. I would take accountability of what happened. I had fun. That's what the happened.
Now, first off, look at Chrisean's eyes. Why is she looking all over? What? Any other time she go live, she all up in the camera looking. Now she looking like she's sober. Like she don't want to come off too toxic. Yeah, because you know the police is looking for you. Because, you know, my man said he pressing charges. And we don't know if James is pressing charges. We going to get to that in a second. But you notice Chrisean didn't say nothing about whether or not she put her hands on that man. Address that. That's the elephant in the room. People are saying that you sent this man to the hospital. Address that. Well, people telling stories. They telling stories. She cannot look at the camera. It makes me feel like you're lying, Chrisean. And also, you talked to Tamar, and Tamar said you could come out. But did she say you could perform? Coming to the event and performing is two different things. She talking about in the beginning, oh, you know, I know how this works and da-da-da-da. No. People have to tell you whether or not you can hit the stage and pop a beat and perform a song. I did see footage of Chrisean on stage with Tamar while Tamar was singing. But she just had you out there. And I was thinking to myself, why did they even give her a mic while Tamar was singing? I hope the mic was turned off. I really couldn't hear Chrisean. But she was fumbling and mumbling and looking silly. She looked like she had no reason to be there. It's cool if you want to go backstage and kick it. And also, she talking about, oh, you saw the clips. I was back there by myself. That's two different times, Chrisean. Yes, you was back there with Tamar. Y'all was kicking it for a little bit. Y'all was twerking, having a good time. But I think that was before the show was completed and you found out you couldn't perform. And that's when you allegedly pulled up with all of the Goonies to Tamar's room. Also, you notice Tamar and Tony Braxton, who was also there, they have stayed silent on this. I feel like if Chrisean didn't do anything, Tamar would have came out and said, oh, Chrisean didn't do nothing. She ain't touched nobody. But anyway, let's let James Wright tell his side of the situation because he's the alleged victim, all right?
Y'all should see my fucking face. So let me just tell y'all this, because everybody want to tell stories and tell their versions and they side of the stories and blah, blah, blah. Child, I was an innocent bystander. You know, you still gotta keep joy in stuff. So, yeah. All I did was went to work, child. I went to work and did my job. But let me tell y'all, I love y'all. And I thank y'all for supporting me. And I just thank y'all for having my back. And y'all already know what type of person I am. And all that good stuff. And yeah. I still got jokes. Let me tell you what ain't nobody gonna do. Ain't nobody gonna take my joy. Ain't nobody gonna take my praise. Ain't nobody gonna take my worship. I just did it, Troy. Ain't nobody gonna take my worship. And let me tell you the crazy thing in this whole situation. Y'all should see my fucking face. Y'all should see my fucking face.
All right, man. So he didn't really say a lot. I'll admit that. I think he might be trying to stay as silent as possible. And I think that's why Chrisean, even when she did her live, she wasn't really bucking up. Because if this was a situation where Chrisean felt like she was in the right, y'all know she would have went live cussing and fussing. And I just thought it was really odd that she was so calm and relaxed for a change. That's not the normal Chrisean we usually see. And also in James's response, it seemed like he wasn't trying to say too much either, because this might be a legal situation, okay? But I'll say this about Chrisean. I know a lot of people think James is lying because he won't show his face. I'm going to tell y'all something. You know, guys, when they play on that side, you know, they care about their face a lot. And I think he's embarrassed. That's why he don't want to show it. But, you know, he'll show his face eventually. I'm pretty sure if he went to the police, they saw it. And you can't fake, you know, hospital reports and stuff like that. So we'll see. If it's a lie, it'll come out that it's a lie. But I just thought it was very alarming that Chrisean just didn't say she didn't do it. Okay? And if this is true and Chrisean did this, because I want to be fair. And I don't just want to act like, you know, it's 100% sure that she did all this stuff, okay? But I will say if she did do it, because we've seen Chrisean get physical with people in the past, let's not lie, she is going to eventually run into somebody who is not going to play with her. Because this is a big guy, okay? No disrespect to James. You know, I know you a fashionista, a diva, and all of the above. But if James was any other type of guy and this altercation happened, he could have really did some damage to Chrisean. And she gonna run into the right person one day if she don't get her act together. And once again, like I told y'all in my last video, they said she showed up drunk and high. Some people cannot handle they little dibbles and dabbles, okay? So, you know, we'll get more from this situation. I hear a lot of y'all saying this might be a cash grab for James Wright. And like I said, we'll see. But let me know what y'all think about this situation. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. I will see y'all next time. Peace.